Welcome back. The governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, marked his first year in office today. He said in the last 1 year, his administration has focused on the completion of all projects in the state, including those of his predecessors. The event, which took place at the Alex Ekweme Square in Awka, the state capital, had in attendance several dignitaries and party faithfuls.
Prayers for the government and people of Anambra State at the Alex Ekweme Square in the state capital, venue of the celebration of the first year in office of Governor Willie Obiano. Present at the event were eminent citizens of the state, including the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Emeka Anyaoku, traditional rulers, men of the clergy, as well as various traditional groups. In his speech, an elated Governor Obiano highlighted what he says are the 4 pillars of his administration. According to the governor, other areas of remarkable achievement include security and improvement in the area of infrastructure.
In our mission, we said we'll build a socially stable, business-friendly environment that will attract both indigenous and foreigners to seek wealth-creating opportunities. In Anambra, to the glory of God today, 365 days after, our dream is almost fully realized. In the past 1 year, we have dramatically repositioned Anambra State. We have transformed Upper Iweka and the great commercial city of Onitsha from being a den of robbers into one of the Nigeria's leading business-friendly cities.
The governor did not close the account of his stewardship without an encouragement to the people to ensure they collect their permanent voters' cards and a little bit of campaigning.
It's also an opportunity to call on everybody who hasn't gotten his PVC to please go and pick the PVC. On March the 28th, there will be presidential election, the Senate, and for the Federal House of Representatives. You have 3 dockets. The other 2, you will see Ebesela Okuko. That's where you put your thumb. In another docket, you will not see Ebesela Okuko. You put your thumb in the umbrella, and that's you're voting for President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
The wife of the governor used the occasion to announce the launch of a non-governmental organization that will support the government's effort at catering to the needs of women and youth of Anambra State. Mrs. Ebere Chukwuobiano told the gathering that the non-governmental organization is training and equipping women and youth in sewing, soap making and hairdressing, amongst other areas. Some are also being trained as primary health care workers.
Your Excellency.
Popular Nigerian high-life singer Flavor was also on hand to spice up the event.
First Bank. You first.
Hello, welcome to Business News. Nigeria's inflation rate for February increased by 0.2 percentage points to 8.4%, in line with predictions by most market analysts, especially with the recent pressure on the domestic economy. Analyzing the data, the Statistician General of Nigeria explained that there has been no sharp increase in the price of local food despite the fall in the local currency, the naira. The data further shows that imported food sub-index increased by 8.8% year-on-year, the highest increase recorded since February 2013. On a month-on-month basis, food prices increased at a slower rate in February relative to January, as prices increased by 0.7%. The highest price increases were recorded in the fish, meat, vegetables and potatoes, yam and other cheaper groups. Meanwhile, business leaders at the Africa CEO Forum have pointed the importance of putting in place the right regulatory policies that will drive sustained growth on the continent. The participants at the forum also pointed out the need to improve on the working conditions of public sector employees as the event comes to a close. Our business correspondent, Bolaji Akinwale, now reports.
It is regarded as the continent lagging behind in the Doing Business Index and with less access to funding for businesses. But all of this are about to change as business leaders from Africa believe it is time they began to do things differently.
Examples have been given that what has happened in the financial sector, what has happened in the telecom sector, are very good indicators of what needs to happen in other areas, such as energy.
One way to fast-track economic transformation on the continent is through the right government and regulatory policies.
We put together also an investment code where we give incentives for companies to invest into the country. So for example, in terms of VAT, you have some exemption, you have some tax break and all. In 2014, we basically, through the incentives, gave around $750 million to the private sector.
Corruption on the continent is of major concern to these leaders.
The government employees need to be paid properly. The moral argument for them to take bribes has to be taken away. And moral argument, I call it, I have such a low salary that I have to take bribes, otherwise I cannot feed my family. This argument has to be taken away. They need to be paid somewhat close to their private sector vis-a-vis. Bonus system should be adopted. If public servant is doing something properly, he or she needs to be awarded for that.
And it is also important to mete out punishment to deserving culprits without any fear.
It doesn't matter who you are, you have to be punished if you take a bribe. And these cases of high-ranked officials being punished need to be advertised, need to be publicized. And that's how public should realize that the fight against corruption is real.
The battle against corruption is not the duty of just one African country. It is the prerogative of all countries on the continent to ensure that the action plan against corruption is drawn and implemented. Here at the Africa CEO Forum, participants once again have raised the bar in terms of the need to fight the monster headlong in order to achieve the right environments for doing business on the continent. From Geneva, Bolaji Akinwale, the Channels Television News.
NSE's market indicators slide 1.26% as investors sell off their stakes ahead of the elections. Although today's session had more volume of shares traded, the market breadth came in battered. Harriet Agbenyi tells us more. Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Broad sell-offs amid profit-taking activities characterized today's session at the Nigerian equities market. The all-share index and market capitalization dropped further by 1.26% to close at 29,553.69 and 9.86 trillion naira respectively. Market breadth was very poor today as there were only 6 price gainers to 24 losers. Access Bank was the top price gainer for the day. The equity added 60 kobo to its share price to close at 6 naira 58 kobo. It's followed by Guinness Nigeria and Fitson Healthcare PLC. Seplat continued to shed weight as investors booked 20 naira 42 kobo of the equity. It closed at 388 naira 8 kobo ahead of Zenith Bank and International Breweries. Topping in volume terms was Diamond Bank, Access Bank and FBN Holdings. Trading activities increased in volume as 452.28 million shares worth 3.28 billion naira exchanged hands in 3,739 deals. Those are the day's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Thanks a lot, Harriet. Meanwhile, Jais Bank, an Islamic non-interest financial institution, has been awarded with the Information Security Management Certificate, ISO. The managing director of the bank, Muhammad Nurul Islam, said the certification attests to the organization's efforts in complying with the local and international regulations with special focus on data protection, privacy and information technology governance. He said the certification will also help the bank reduce costs that could arise from unguarded risk exposures.
Top management staff of Jaiz Bank at a meeting to celebrate the bank's feat in information security management. Coming just 3 years after the bank commenced operations in Nigeria, the managing director of the bank explained that the success is as a result of hard work. According to him, the latest certification will assist the bank to provide innovative products and cater for the needs of its teeming customers.
This is a very wonderful and very history given for us, and I think this is a red letter day for the Jaiz Bank also, because this will make Jaiz Bank a compliant institution to CBN, to all the foreign correspondents, and it will help the Jaiz Bank to establish relationship with any international organizations, and it will also help to render service to our customers in a safe, secure and seamless environment.
Experts at the meeting spoke on the importance of an ISO certification.
The standards are not standards that you just have once and forever. There needs to be continuous vigilance to make sure that we maintain and improve on where we are. For example, with the ISO standards, there's a 3-year recertification cycle. So, at the end of this year, we'll probably have auditors for BSI come in and check if you are still maintaining your information security management system, and better still, if you have improved on it. We would also have the PCI DSS annual audits. Okay, so there's a lot of vigilance that's required. We are really just at the beginning of the journey.
Congratulatory messages poured out. Partners of Jaiz Bank praised the efforts of its management in meeting up with international best practices.
We will be working closely with you as a team in the coming few years to help you identify areas for development and improvement, and help you become a much better organization in terms of information security and governance. Well done to all of you. I am certain achieving this certificate has taken a lot of time, effort and dedication from everybody, and a lot of commitment from the top management.
The high point of the occasion was a presentation of the certificate to the management of Jaiz Bank. This award makes Jaiz Bank the 8th bank in Nigeria to be issued with an ISO certification over 3 years of its operation.
A combination of local knowledge and insight to actualize global public relations practice has seen the emergence of one of the world's leading strategic communication firms in Nigeria. Burson Marcella, a Pan-African public relations firm, and CMC Connect Limited have turned years of relationship into a strong partnership as both firms unveil a new brand identity. In Lagos, our correspondent Kelvin Obetem reports.
Key players in the media and public relations industry are gathered to celebrate the future of PR practice in Nigeria. It is a partnership that is connected by one vision, a vision that has given birth to a global corporate entity, CMC Connect, Burson Marcella. Chairman of Channels Television, Mr. John Momo, has the honor to unveil the new identity.
But first, to the glory of God, I am very delighted to unveil this wonderful Orishirishi idea.
It talks about passion and persistency in business.
In business, financial and human resources are very necessary for you to meet your goals and to meet your mission. But much more importantly, it's commitment. If you have commitment, the resources will come. This man is committed, he has commitment, and he's taking the risk. He's very responsible, he has initiative, and he's very well secured, and he has knowledge. So I think it's good for us to really applaud him as somebody who's making giant strides in this industry.
For the managing director of CMC Connect, Burson Marcella, it is a dream come true.
The past years have seen us metamorphosize and reinvent ourselves in training, in affiliation, in expansion, and in partnerships, all to provide value for our clients. Boss Marcella was established in March 1953, and 62 years later, coincidentally, in the same month of March, my dream has coincided with theirs, and today we are connected by one vision.
Our relationship with CMC Connect, with Yomi and his team, goes back 8 years now, and it is precisely because we've established a strong relationship that we are in a position to entrust the local team with the Burson Marcella global brand. Today, together, we offer our clients the combination of global expertise and local connectivity and insight that are so important to their business success.
Under the new business structure, CMC Connect Limited will be the holding company for 4 firms: Tangle Africa, iOctane, Reignite Public Affairs, and its flagship company, CMC Connect, Burson Marcella. The theme of the evening is derived from a Yoruba word, Orishirishi, which represents the core of what the new company will be offering to its clients.
Creative House would like to do things differently. We would like to do things as long as it gives our clients value. So that's why we chose the theme, Orishirishi, to celebrate the formal announcement of our affiliation with Boss Marcella. And yes, that is what gave rise to my outfit is part of the Orishirishi. It's different. If I wasn't wearing it, you would not pay attention to it.
He was very focused. I admire him tremendously for that. He was focused on exactly what he wanted to do. And it's paying off after all this time. And Mr. Momo said as much. He's remained true to his calling. He hasn't allowed himself to be distracted by other things that are happening. So I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for CMC. I'm very happy that it's a global brand like Burson Marcella that he's affiliating with.
The partnership is expected to meet current realities and demands in public relations practice and improve profit lines for clients. Kelvin Obetin, Channels Television News.
That's it on Business News Tonight. I'm Anne Mwawado. The news at 10 continues in just a moment.
First Bank. You first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, brilliant display of football artistry amidst flurry of goals as the Lagos preliminaries of the 2015 Channels National Kids Cup begins. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.